Alright guys, Seco Gaming here, and we're going to start a new series here playing on a Runescape private server. I've been at it for about half an hour now. I've been going through each new ones that I've been finding to find one that I really like to play on, because some of them aren't made as well as others. So I found this one. It's called SoulPlay. And I found it through the Moparscape server status checker. And as you can see, 91 magic. The XP rate is really high, and also because I was a new player and I started playing, I got double XP for an hour. So yeah, I've been at this, and yeah, we're gonna start a new series here. I'm about halfway through with the Halo 2 walkthrough, a Marathon Phoenix walkthrough, and whatnot. Well, more of a let's play than a walkthrough, but yeah. So we'll go ahead and jump right into this. It's pretty boring at first. People that are familiar with RPGs and RuneScape and such will know that there's a lot of grinding that goes into getting your level. That's why I've been a fan of these private servers, because the traditional RuneScape leveling up method and XP rate was incredibly slow. So that's why I've always been partial to these, because you get right to the good part fast, where you get to high levels and then you can go ahead and start doing the quests, boss fights, and whatnot. So I started out here with some pretty basic gear that is pretty typical of most private servers, where it's just like a monk's robe, the basic amulet of strength. I went and bought a Staff of Air because you didn't start out with them. They did give you these collection of runes, which was nice. Because that runes can be expensive, especially in the original RuneScape. The When I started playing was about 2006 with when it was RuneScape 2, and you could go incredibly broke, like in game, trying to spend all your money on runes to level up, and I don't even know what to say. Like, especially things like prayer would really just would just break your wallet for leveling up. Like in RuneScape 2, you could spend 120 million coins on bones and whatnot, and especially because even on these private servers, the economy is kind of inflated, where there's the same price gap for stuff, but the price of everything is just multiplied really high. Like, you get a set of like Barrow's armor for 100 mil on a private server, when it was only, like 8 at most on RuneScape. So there's definitely that. Uh, I don't see. Yeah, some of these private servers have item drops that I've just like things I've never heard of before. So that's definitely interesting. So, and actually, I should look through these tabs here, because I have yet to really explore this. 347 players online right now. That's really high for a private server. Usually you get like 50 at most. So sorry, I'm just checking out all this stuff here. It says that all skills are fully functional. So you got construction, engineering, summoning, which are 3 rare skills to see in a private server, because of the developmental work that goes into making them like work properly, like where the system isn't broken. I have yet to see like invention and divination introduced into a private server because that's still such a new skill on RuneScape 3 on EOC. So, we're out of runes. Okay, so we're going to have to take a trip back to um, the home, which I do enjoy the teleportation system of private servers. You know, city teleports, you know, for skilling, PKing, mini games, bosses training, and then home, which is usually set in Edgeville, like it is here. So, sorry, I'm a little distracted at first here. Oh, this will be really nice because the thieving system gives you the cash directly, so you can just go. You don't have to do that running back and forth thing where you would have to you'd steal the actual item like food or scimitar or gems or whatever, and you have to go sell it to someone. That did help. That system did help eliminate like botting and the auto clickers and whatnot, but I have a lot of opinions on that matter. So okay, we're gonna run over here, and a typical thing of the private servers. I mean, I'm explaining this for people that aren't familiar with them. They usually have a conglomerated shop setting where you can find like this, like anything you need all at once. You go over here, you know, you have all your weapons and whatnot. I believe this is armor, range equipment, and so let's see, open mage shop. Okay, we need fire runes, lots of them. Okay, and actually I should see what 96 magic, nice, in half an hour. No, I don't want to. I want to. Oh, jeez. Okay, I guess you can only set. See, yeah, that's an instance of where things can get a little broken sometimes. It's you can set only an XP limit instead of viewing the guide for the armor and whatnot. So I'm gonna have to wing it here a little bit. 2 million coins for. Yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, let's see, magic bug. What do we want to cast? Okay, we could stick with a wind wave for now because it's the most cost efficient. Okay, blood runes. Ooh, that's gonna make me go broke. You can't sell runes. Okay. Buy one of these. I'll sell my air runes. Okay. Can't sell to the shop. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I'll buy one of those. Mystic armor, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, is a sort of average mage armor, where Dagon High robes, however you want to pronounce it, is like a fancy, like expensive, like ornamental armor. But if you really want some solid high level mage armor, would either be the Infinity robes or Aram's robes from the Barrows. So go ahead and use on exchange. There we go. Throw that on. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish up getting 99 magic. And then we'll jump into thieving. And then we can, talk about stuff and whatnot. Right now, I'll show you guys what I mean here. So you click on the training teleport. And Slayer dungeons is really cool. Yaks and rock crabs are a low level training. They don't do any damage to you. Experiments, I think that's from the Fremic Isle quest, like with the elemental shield. I can't remember. Slayer Tower, that's pretty good. So we'll go ahead and go to let's try a Slayer task. Actually, no. I mean, I need to get my prayer up for that because protection from each damage type is a really good prayer to have, just as a standard. Like this gentleman right here, you can see a lot of people use deflect the damage type, which is a I'm not sure the backstory of where that came from. That came from a time in RuneScape after I stopped playing, because I dropped off playing about 2011 and then picked up just a few months ago. And I mean, everything changed for those of you that play RuneScape. I mean, in that time, it went from RS2 to RS3, Evolution of Combat, and so yeah. So we'll go ahead and head back over to the training teleport. We'll just go ahead and go back to rock crabs. No, I was trying to do like this mage pure thing at first, but oh well. Because I usually do magic, range, and then melee skills. Because keeping a low combat level definitely works out for you in PvP. Because if one skill is sorry guys, text message. Okay. Anyway, I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, anyway, keeping a low combat level will help because if you're pure in one skill, then you get someone with like balanced skills all the way across. You'll outmatch them in PvP, which definitely helps. Which is the bane of my existence in RuneScape in PvP was the strength peers that you'd see running around with like a dragon mace and rune armor with a strength skill cape, and then you try and fight them, and they just absolutely wreck you. So that was definitely dwarf multi-cannon. I spawned with that, but I'm not sure. Like, I'd love to use it, but I don't know what kind of XP it gives you. Like towards I think it's range, but I'm not entirely sure. So we're right here at 97 magic, and I can't believe this double XP is just godly. I mean, I blasted through these levels. So, hmm. I feel like this server, I'm getting a good vibe off this server so far, and I think that we'd be able to make a good series out of this. I'm playing through, leveling up and whatnot, and quests are in development right now, but they have a very nice array of boss fights. And for the veteran RuneScape / private server players, will know that you get the best loot from the boss fights. So I'm not sure how they set up this one. I mean, what drops come from which boss? I'll have to ask around with the community, but if it sticks to the original RuneScape drop tables, then my favorite would be General something or another, the boss for the Bandos section of the God Wars dungeon, because I mean I've been partial to the Bandos boss gear, like always. I mean on RuneScape I have Bandos God's sword and the whole armor, the tassets and everything, and I always thought it looked really cool. And also because it's a good melee gear, the the Saradomin armor. If you're a I don't even know what to call it. It's kind of the douchebag armor for rangers, because like if the really efficient rangers would use like a black dragon hide rune crossbow with like diamond bolts, poison bolts, but then you'll see some guy that's got to run up in Armadile armor with like a freaking dark bow and just ruins everybody's good time, and I suppose I suppose I shouldn't talk bad about it, since I'd be the kind of guy to run up in Bandos armor with an Armadile God sword, so it is what it is. Okay. There it is, 99 magic. I'm gonna pick up some of these bones and see if the prayer system, bronze pickaxe, I can use that, is the same. And I mean that as in where you can use the bones on an altar and it'll just automatically use up all your bones. I think. Let's give it a try. 3, 4, 5, 6 bones. Okay. Yes, very slow XP progression, but I mean these are basic bones. If you really want to crank out the XP, I mean we're only getting 1,200 a bone right now, would be dragon bones. Dragon bones, small dragon bone, or no, not small, baby dragon bones. There's orc bones, all kinds of stuff. Big bones can work in a pinch. I mean, it will take about 50% longer, but you know, can't complain. I mean, at least you're making progress. That's always been my thing about these RPGs, is like I want to get stuff done now. When people always see it as like, well, at least you're making progress, and it's like, yeah, but it'll just take forever, like. Okay. So switch these out, put these guys back, bring this dwarf multi-cannon with us. I've never actually used one before, so it should be interesting. So we're gonna go talk to Brian. How much do they want for that? I'll buy one of those. Um, buy an archer helm. Okay, let's see, bank. Put that back, pull that back out. Talk to the range guy over here, because we will need to upgrade our arrows here. Let's buy 500. By 500 more. Okay. That should be enough arrows. Go ahead and get some red dragon hide. Okay. I think we should be set here. For now. We have about 30 minutes left on the double XP, so we'll see if we can't crank out some XP here for range. Let's see how we do here. It's not bad. $55 for the red armor. I believe it's 60 for the short bow. 61 for the bow. 60 for the arrows. Kill this guy off real quick, and then we'll give this multi-cannon a try. And see, we're still at only 87 combat, so doing pretty good here. 38 range. Yeah, seeing in RS2, I was never really a crossbow user. I mean, I'd use a dark bow sometimes, and because I really enjoyed the special attack on it. Because I mean, if if luck is on your side and you get a good hit combo, you can trash people. You know, I mean, it's like the Dragon Dagger, like a P plus plus. You know, you get a good special, you get a good special hit, like on both hits, do decent damage. You could do 60 hit points of damage in one special. You know, it's just absolutely beastly. All right, let's set this up. This is absolutely nuts. Look at this, boys. Insane. Oh my gosh. I hit 99 range in no time with this guy. Yeah, I used up all my cannonballs already. But that's okay. Let's try this out for size. Which one is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, now we can start doing some real damage with the bow now. Throw on this stuff here. I think I'm going to head back to the spawn for a second and see if I can't pick up some more cannonballs. So I'm too lazy to go look around for it. Okay, well, just have to do it the old-fashioned way and run around and look for them. Uh, Team capes, okay. I have to familiarize myself with the new setup of everything. Toss all that back in there. Oh, there we go. Take that out with me, and we will go ahead and head back to Training Teleport. We'll switch it up and go to the Yaks this time. And like I said, these things are just, they just sit there and take it. So we'll do this until about, we'll go to 70 range, and we'll head over and start on the thieving, because I'd like to take advantage of this double XP and get everything up to a medium level. Because that would make everything a lot easier instead of trying to kind of grind up through the lower levels. Because the real grinding starts at when you hit like 80 plus, and it takes forever to do anything. So come on now. Okay, there we go. Okay. Take some of this yak meat, because could cook it up and just add that to some of the things we get done here. And we'll probably be doing about half-an-hour episodes here for this series. We'll do a longer one today because it's the first video and all, and get everything established and whatnot. But I'd love to try and upload at regular intervals, and also I'll be rotating through each Let's Play we're doing. Like, we'll do this video, then my next one will be the Halo 2 Let's Play, then after that will be the Marathon Phoenix, and I'll just do those in sequence in that order. And also, I mean, once those are all complete, I'd love suggestions for what you guys think that we should do next here. Because I do have a list of games that I do love to play, but are pretty mainstream. Like everybody's already seen it, and so that's why I'd love to take suggestions from you guys for things that you guys would like to see done. So, because on my Xbox One, I'd love to eventually do an Outlast playthrough. I've been doing some live streaming of Destiny Rise of Iron. Last one I did was the last Iron Banner and whatnot. So yeah, and from my Xbox One I streamed a Mixer. So yeah, guys. So I think we will end it here. I'm gonna go ahead and finish killing this yak here. I'll do some thieving and get that up. I'll get some of the boring grinding out of the way for you guys so you don't have to sit and watch it. And I will see you guys in the next episode.